Hello and welcome to Sludge Games, and Joy of Joys, a brand new series for you all to watch. Makes a nice change from Pokemon and F1, but backwards. This is WRC Rally Evolved for the PlayStation 2. There is a championship mode, but I'm going to do that later because I'm going to make up my own championship on Rallycross mode. This is where you get to drive against 3 other drivers at the same time, at the same circuit, and it gets pretty wild and a little bit dirty. This should be fun. This is based off the 2005 rally season, where you could drive a Citroen Zara, a Ford Focus, another Ford Focus, powered by a different petrol by the looks of it, Subaru Impreza, Peugeot 307, CC model, Mitsubishi Lancer, and a Skoda Fabia. I'm going to be driving the 307 because this legend drove for them back in 2005. Two-time world champion Marcus Grönholm. Probably my favourite rally driver, not afraid to dish out his one-liners. Possibly my favourite one being after one stage in Germany where he picked the hard tyres and he described it as like driving and shitting the trousers all the time. 16 countries to choose from, and here's the first of them, Monte Carlo. You can choose between 3 and 10 laps in Rallycross mode, but I think 3's about right. Here we go. No idea who I'm going to be driving against, it's a bit random. But first, did you know, if you think you're an expert, you should try playing without driver aids. Driver aids are for wimps. Nice car spinning around a disc. Animation on the left. We've got Subaru, we've got Citroen, and we've got a Skoda. Interesting. As off we go. No idea who's in the Skoda, his name doesn't appear on the rear window. But braking hard for this first corner. Oh, he's trying to squeeze me on the inside, that's a bit dirty from him. It's Sebastian Loeb in the Citroen. Oh, I'm bump drafting him, but bumping him under braking. Into a tunnel, it gets very dark here. Who is in the Subaru? Is it Petter Solberg? Oh, I'm braking way too late, I've been spun round. You gonad. Ugh, dearie me. Well, looks like I'm going to have to recover. The good news is I quite like tarmac. Ugh. I have to drive out of my skin. If you get it wrong, then you could be driving off the cliff and probably to oblivion. That's the end of the first lap. Sub-minute lap, you can go a lot quicker than that. Into the daylight, braking and turning, just understeering constantly. I can see my 3 quarries in front of me. Braking hard now for the tunnel. Brake too late again. You can tell I'm pushing hard here. That's a quick junction onto the icy road again. There's Solberg and Skoda Boy having a bit of a battle. And I'm definitely catching up to this lot. It's Sebastian Loeb who leads. Brake hard for this bit. Take the inside line. Car snapping a bit, but luckily it's tarmac, so there's quite a lot of grip. And I'm up to 3rd, past Solberg. I don't know who's in this Skoda. Whoa, jeez! Oh dear, that went badly. And somehow I'm still ahead of Solberg. Deary me. Not really wanting to be on the outside line for there, but can I get the cut back? Nope, I've turned in too soon. I don't think slipstream exists on this game. I was nicely overtaking Solberg into the junction. Now I must try and get Skoda Boy. I think Sebastian Loeb's out of reach. And why not? He is easily the best driver WRC has ever seen. Arguably one of the best drivers in the world. Oh, it's going to be tight for 2nd position! Oh, I've just got him! That might have been a bit dirty from me at the end. I've got 2nd. 1.3 seconds behind Loeb and just 0.03 of a second ahead of Skoda Boy. I believe it was Armin Schwarz who drove for Skoda at that time. So, I know Loeb is CPU 2, Schwarz is CPU 1 and Solberg CPU 3. Scoring. I'm going to say 5 points for a win, 3 for second, 1 for third, and a big blob of diarrhea for last. Because what's the point if you're going to finish last? On to round 2. Sweden and the Ramen Stage. I think that's named after a noodle dish. But did you know, in the test track, you can try out different car classes, optimise car setups, and practice on a variety of surfaces. And the test track is based somewhere in Wales. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. By the way, I'm using a manual gearbox because I like manual compared to automatic. I have more control. Oof! Landed on top of Loeb almost. Thing is, I struggle to hear the engine noise, so I'm going to have to rely on a bit of sight when changing gear. Keep an eye out for that red light. Ooh, that's slippery through there. Snowy and icy surface. And wow, that's a big crash, and I'm upside down. This championship's not really started out well for Marcus Grönholm. And luckily we're on a nice wide open bit of ice. Stay away from the snow on the outside and inside because it slows the car down. Braking very hard and brakes are crap. Into the junction, back onto snow. And it's very slippery. The rear end does step out quite a lot, but it's in a lazy way, so I quite like snow, but not as much as tarmac. Over a big jump, and that's the end of 1 lap. And then another big jump. Rally Sweden based in Karlstad, which is somewhere in Sweden. I don't exactly know where. I'll check it on a map afterwards. Or maybe a caption below. Ping. That's where Rally Sweden is based. As we're on the icy section, I am closing up to Petter Solberg, who is taking quite a bit of snow, and that's why I've easily powered up into second position. Now it's the turn of Armin Schwarz. Round the outside at junction, that's a brave one, but round the outside doesn't always work. Oh, inside! Not quite. And he is all over the place in the little Fabia. That's why I'm up the inside there. Now it's Sebastian Loeb's turn to be hounded by the mighty Finn. Braking a bit for that jump because I wasn't sure what Loeb was going to do as we go over the bridge for the final time. What is he going to do? He's going to brake there. I'm going to choose the outside line. Whoa, sideways! I've got him! Round the outside. No, I've not got him, because there he is. As I almost give his bumper a friendly love tap. Must remember to change gear though. Stay on the icy bits as much as you can. Because the snow slows you down, deep snow. Oh, Loeb made a mistake there onto the snow, and I've made a mistake by braking too late into the junction. I've just about got that one together. I'm down to third though, because Armin Schwarz is having a good drive. He's keeping up to us. I think he's trying to pit manoeuvre me, which I'm not having any of. Around the final bit, oh, I've got Loeb somewhere. And across the line, I've taken my first win of the season. Sebastian Loeb comes home in second, I believe, as we check the results. Indeed he does. Loeb second. Schwarz should have been third, but very close between us four, just less than a second. So that was a nice tight race. Lovely. Now, so we move on to round 3 of the Rallycross Championship, Mexico and the El Zauco circuit. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but did you know, if you want a real challenge, step up to the expert level in Championship or Single Rally? I plan to. So here we go. Mexico. And we're starting on tarmac, what looks like a dual carriageway. Go, 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 go. But it is mostly a gravel rally, so grip will be at a premium. Well, grip will be a bit strange, first of all. Goes around this hairpin, through the toll booth, and a lot of people ghosted Sebastian Loeb right up my trumpet. And I've braked a bit too late there, and Sebastian Loeb has taken the lead. Oh, no, no, no! I've hit the gate, but not badly. By the way, I think Solberg and Schwarz had a bit of an incident at the hairpin. That's why they've dropped back quite a bit. As Loeb takes out some of the signposts, indicating that there's a right turn coming up. Now then, can I get into a slipstream, which doesn't exist on this game? Oh, getting absolutely sideways. That is why Loeb is the master of tarmac, but not on this occasion, because he took that in a bit too wide as he goes to the middle toll booth into a right, which transitions from tarmac to gravel. I nearly slam into him as we go into what looks like a military complex. Very nicely designed stage is this one. Very inventive as well. And there's some Mexican hills in the background with a bit of snow on. I didn't think it snowed in Mexico. Rounding the hairpin to start the final lap. Again, I think I'm shifting a bit too late. Brake now. Nice line through there from Grönholm. Loeb is somewhere. There he is. Can I get the cut back up the inside here? I have done. Loeb is somewhere there. He's still in the lead. This is a good fight between us two. Around the outside there? I don't think so. It's going to have to come down to the final hairpin. Oh, dearie me! Oh, I've spun it, that was bad. Loeb's going to take that one. I bottled it. It's a very handy win for Sebastian Loeb. His second of the season. I think Schwarz came home third and Solberg fourth. We'll have to double check that. No, I think it's Solberg. Yeah, I think he took third. So Solberg CPU 3. Save the game quickly before we go on to round 4, which is based in New Zealand and the Welsford circuit. But did you know? Be careful around the crowds. Run into them and you'll be penalised. I imagine with a prison sentence. But in this game you just reset. And it's not the quickest way around. So, brown gravel of New Zealand as we go, go, go. A good start from myself. Side by side with Schwarz, but I have to back out of it through the cattle grid. And Schwarz getting a bit sideways over the jump. They get through there safely. And very tricky surface is gravel. This one, and like that, the back end just kicked out very, very suddenly. I'm up to second somehow. It was a good run out of that. Nicely cambered corner. Oh, Solberg's hit the bank, and I've run into Solberg! And so has Loeb, and it's 3 wide going through this bit. I'm going to make it 4 wide, why not? And sideways completely. It's almost T-boning Loeb. That's entertaining. See if I can get a good exit. It's starting to glitch a little bit. The game graphics doesn't like that. But as we go through this back straight section, a bit of contact with Schwarz. He's got Loeb on the inside. That's probably why I didn't have a lot of room. Let's try and cut the core. Oh, dearie me, I've completely creamed into Loeb accidentally. Yeah, he's gone. So now it's a 3-way battle for the lead as I nearly spin it and drop down the cliff almost. Now I'm in Schwarz and Petter Solberg battling for the lead. One of these two could take their first win of the season. As we go over the cattle grid now for the second time. And back end's really trying to step out. I've nearly hit the tree. I've hit another tree. That's not good. Luckily on Rallycross mode there's no damage. Still in third place somehow because I utterly ruined Sebastian Loeb's race. But Solberg and Schwarz are a long way out in front now. So now I've got a job to try and catch up to them. I'm not going to do it by driving like that. Quickish right. Brake now. And let the oversteer guide your way through the corner, and that was very lovely done. Now onto the big long flat out section that curves slightly to the left and then curves a lot to the left, getting it very sideways there. Downshift a bit, there's a bit of camber on the inside that you can use, and I flipped it as I hit the bank! Flipped it multiple times. Where on earth am I now? I'm going to have to reset. And right into the path of Loeb, but luckily I was a ghost. So now it's a battle for the final point, for the final place on the podium between me and Loeb. I promise I'll try and do it a bit more cleanly this time. But Schwarz and Solberg are a mile out in front. So the final lap. It's the cattle grid, and that was a bad line through me as I hit the fence. This has definitely been the most eventful one so far, with Solberg crashing into a cliff, and then me creaming into Loeb, and then me flipping it multiple times. Loeb getting it nice and sideways there. Oh, I nearly run at the back of him and nearly spin as a result as well. Car's getting very skittish as I whack into the tree, and that's surely Loeb in third place, but I'm still quite close to him. So who knows, I could still rescue a point out of all of this. The gear shifting leaves a lot to be desired. Oh no, no, oh no! That's me down in last. Well, might as well drive to the end. As a result, I have no idea who has won, as I make a mess of that corner as well. Probably the longest circuit on the championship, actually. And the back ends didn't want to come out, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm going to come out for you a lot. Through the final junction, and a splendid last for Grönholm. Loeb must have come home third. First position. Well, it was a close battle between Schwarz and Solberg, but I think it's gone to Solberg. So he takes his first win of the championship, and that's 4 races done so far. So that'll spell the end of part 1, presumably a 4-part series. We shall see you for the next one, where we will be racing in Italy. So stay tuned and see you soon.